The ranks of this club that nobody wants to be in, it's getting bigger. And as we get bigger, the voices get louder. Change takes time, but we're not giving up. I mean, I'm not giving up. This is the right thing to do. So we just keep at it.
Telling you this story now, you know, it's been 20-some years, but it's still fresh. I'm a pastor, and I received a call at church. I was leading prayer that Monday evening, and the woman said, "There's been a shooting that involved your family, and we need you to come to Darby Park." The commanding officer gets there, and he says, "So, how old was your oldest son?" And I said, "He's 7. And he said, "Well, he didn't make it."
August 10th, 1999. I got a page that my husband was trying to reach me. There's somebody with a gun at the Jewish Community Center. 6 and 8-year-old boys had been shot. And my boys were 6 and 8. We were incredibly lucky that our son was shot twice, but he would survive.
I was shot in the Santa Monica College mass shooting. I don't know if you all remember that one. 10 years ago, I'm driving down Pico Boulevard in Santa Monica, and I saw somebody in all black and a ski mask and everything with a rifle. So I put on my gas, and that's when he started to shoot all across my windshield and got about 30 shots into the car. I was the only survivor that day.
I was caught in the crossfire of an argument coming back from the grocery store.
Every day I walk into school really early because me and my friends love to talk before class. And while I'm talking to my best friends, I hear a bang. Another bang came and I found myself on the ground. I had been shot.
To be shot, it's instant pain, burning, your life flashed right in front of your eyes.
I don't remember thinking, this is the end.
The day that they told me that I wasn't going to be able to walk again, it crushed my soul.
This may sound, stereotypical, but honestly, I thought, did I say everything I wanted to say to my children and to my husband that day? And when I realized that I had, I was able to relax.
I was thinking, I'm only 23 years old, I can't die yet.
The first time I saw a gun was when I was 5 years old. My biological father threatened to kill my mom, and he pulled a gun on her. And we luckily called the cops. He ran away as soon as police arrived. A lot of times you don't hear about it in the news, where a gun is used in a domestic violence situations, and it does become fatal sometimes.
My wife, Christy, was killed in a mass shooting in Orange County. The shooting was October of 2011 in the city of Seal Beach, which today still stands as Orange County's largest mass shooting in history. Every time we have one of these, it consumes my whole body and soul, and it just wants me to shut down like I did that day.
Me and my father, the night of his passing was one of the rare nights that I actually went home that night. He told me, "Good night, I love you, I'll be home in about 30 minutes. I was with my grandmother when I found out. It was thought to be a robbery. Police do believe that he was on his knees when he was shot and killed. And I feel a lot of sometimes guilt for it because I just know that that wasn't the best way humans should have died. But I know my father fought very well to the end of his life.
It does make me frustrated when in communities like mine there is day-to-day gun violence and you don't hear about these violent incidents, right?
Josh received gifts and letters and phone calls from literally around the world. I remember even at that time feeling bad, thinking, my God, you know, there's people who are having to endure this alone at their dining room table. There's nobody coming. You're doing this alone.
If I were to try to calculate a number of individuals, people of color, black men, the like, who have lost their lives to gun violence since my son, I was always fairly good with math, but I couldn't give you an accurate number.
We're considered another statistic. This is terrible. It's not right.
There's long-term trauma that goes with any of these incidents.
You know, you'd think 20 some odd years later I could talk about it and not cry, but I can't.
There's no set schedule for us to be on to heal.
Why does this keep happening?
We just say again, it could never happen here, that wasn't me, that wasn't my child.
Gun violence is a nonpartisan issue. It's going to affect you one day.
We aren't just a number. We are real people who are being affected by gun violence every single day. So the number keeps rising.
It's so important that survivors be seen. We were victims, but I call myself a victor now because I have overcome, and I refuse to allow the atrocity of mass shootings and murder take my mental state, take me out. Everybody has to care on some level. It may not be the thing that you champion, but you have to care. It has to matter. It has to matter.